In 2000, Damilola Taylor was murdered on the streets of Peckham on his way home from a library. 8 years later, and gang violence and street violence is still a big problem in Peckham and in London. So we've come down to the newly named and newly built Damilola Taylor Centre to a special event put on by Twice as Nice called the Peace Tree event.
Basically, it's about stopping the youth from gun crime and everything. So they got some singers to come and perform, you know, just to gather up everyone and talk to them about, you know, life in reality. That's basically it, you know, coming here and just having fun.
Well, obviously it's down here because the event's called the Peace Tree. And obviously there's a lot of, besides all the positives that we're down here for, there's a lot of negatives going on the street. There's kids getting killed over nothing, over mobile phones, over territories, what area they're from. And we're just here to show that I think we're from the same environment as you, and that you lot can achieve things. Don't limit yourself. You know what I mean? You limit your life, you limit your funds, you know?
Do you feel it's important for people like you? I mean, we've got the Queen of Bassline here, taking time to come out and help the youth do their thing. Is it important for people that are involved in music and prominent in scenes like Bassline to come down and get involved in things like this?
From your any sort of like kind of public figure, doesn't matter your level, if you're high or, you know, you're just someone in the community, you have a responsibility. When people look up to you, you have a responsibility, do you know what I mean? So if they see you doing something, you know, they're going to copy you sometimes, you know, not all the time, but most of the time. So if you become that positive role model, you know, then the kids are going to look up to it.
I like Ashley and Harvey because like, they're both good like, role models because they've experienced everything, innit? And now, us little kids like our age, yeah, we're going through the same thing, innit? That they went to, like, they said that they got stabbed. We got bare people, like, some of them are even dying, innit? So that's why I like them.
And Ashley's from Peckham, you get me?
Coming back to the ends today, what exactly were you doing?
Basically, I mean, that was it for me. It's like, obviously, as every artist will tell you, it's a way to give back. You have to give back, bro. And I feel bad if I don't do something, do you know what I'm saying, when I get something, you know? We need to uplift children, you know what I'm saying? These sort of events give children something to be proud of about where they live, their community, and about themselves. 70% of what we talk about in the media when it comes to kids and whatever is negative stuff. It's always about hoodies, man getting stopped, man getting stabbed, it was a youth this, a black youth that, Nothing's ever positive. If we talked about these things predominantly more than the bad, we would change a lot of people's perceptions.
I tell you now straight, like, since I did that documentary here for Channel 4 about the N-word, I refuse to use that word anymore in my lyrics. And you know why? I thought before I knew what I was talking about. But I realized when I started going back into my history, my black history, I didn't know enough about it.
So in London, amongst the youth, obviously behind this event, there's been a lot of violence amongst the youth in London, stabbings, shootings, muggings, and a lot of those things. What do you think of the problems that cause that in London amongst the youth?
Well, some of it is peer pressure. You see, when you was growing up as a youth, our parents used to sit down around the table with us. A lot of that is not going around now. You know, parents must spend more time with their youths.
A lot of these issues are deep and family issues and things that are quite deep in terms of families and, like you said, giving children hope and not demonising them. How do you hope to change that as mayor?
Because what you can do, you can't replace the family. The family is fantastically important, but you can encourage and develop the clubs, the football clubs, the journalism courses, for heaven's sake. The things that are training people to do things that they wouldn't think of doing.
There's a loads of grassroots underground things that are happening in community centres and places like this all over the country, in inner city or ethnic minority communities that are not being talked about, and we need to publicise that. And that's what today is about. I'm from Peckham. I grew up just like you. I've had the same financial struggles just like you. I've had a hard life, bro, just like everyone else. But I can still be there doing that. So why can't you? There's no excuses. We can all do this.
Have hope, give yourself choices, don't give in to the devil's voices. They leave a destructive trail. Trust me, those voices led me straight to jail. Write down what you'd like to be, see how you can make it a reality. Some may have other plans, find they work better with their hands. Is it mechanics or carpentry? Go learn a trade and be somebody, remembering all of us lies a star.